Today's notes are on neutralization calculations. If you recall from our Intro to Acids and Bases notes, an acid and a base react to form water and a salt when they are in a neutralization reaction. So a neutralization reaction is when an acid and a base react, they produce a salt and water. So if we have an acid of HA plus a base of BOH, they're going to form H2O plus a salt of Ba. So when they neutralize, the moles of acid equal the moles of base. That's when everything is completely neutralized. So to find your moles of acid, you take the molarity of the acid times the volume of the acid times the number of H pluses. So M sub A is the molarity of the acid, V sub A is the molarity of the base. And very similarly, you find the moles of base. So moles of base is going to equal the molarity of the base times the volume of the base times the number of, instead of H pluses, it's actually going to be OH minuses. So then we use the idea that upon neutralization, the moles of acid equal the moles of base. So that means that the molarity of the acid times the volume of the acid times the number of protons is equal to the molarity of the base times the volume of the base times the number of hydroxides. And this is an equation that you will need to have highlighted and circled in your notes. So, example calculation is a 25 milliliter solution of H2SO4 is neutralized by 18 milliliters of 1 molar NaOH. So let's start off with identifying our acid and our base. So I'm going to underline the acid information in red. So H2SO4 is our acid, so the 25 milliliters, and it's looking for the concentration of the acid. And then we'll do the same for the base, except we'll underline that in blue. So the NaOH is our base, so that's 18 milliliters and 1 molar. So we'll start off with the base information. To find the moles of base, we're going to take our molarity of our base, which is 1 molar, times the volume of our base, which is 18 milliliters, times the number of OHs in the sodium hydroxide, and that's 1. And then our acid information is the molarity of the acid is, we don't know what that is because it asks us for the concentration, so that's a molarity. So we're going to leave that as X, times the volume of acid is 25 milliliters, times the number of acidic protons is 2 in H2SO4. So now we're going to set these equal to each other and solve for X. So we're going to use that the moles of base equals the moles of acid. So we're going to take our 1 molar times our 18 milliliters times 1 is equal to X times 25 milliliters times 2. And we're going to divide by 50 milliliters on both sides because 25 times 2 is 50. and we have milliliters cancels out here, and we come up with that X equals 0.36 molar. And that's our answer. The other thing that you'll have to do in the homework is write out your equations as well. So let's go ahead and write out this neutralization equation. So we have NaOH plus H2SO4. And so we're going to treat it as a double replacement reaction where the sodium switches places with the hydrogen. So we're going to have sodium sulfate, which is Na2SO4, plus the hydrogen is going to combine with the hydroxide to form water, H2O. So now we need to balance this out, and we're going to need 2 sodium hydroxides to balance out the sodium in the sodium sulfate, and then that will also give us 2 waters. So there's our balanced equation as well. And that's pretty much what your homework is going to be tonight. So good luck, and if you have any questions, bring them with you tomorrow.